Hi, Mace. Good to have you here. Let me ask you something. When you type a question into search, do you usually want a 1,000-word article, or do you want an answer you can use right away? Quick story. Last month, I watched a tiny basil spacing tool I built get embedded by 2 gardening blogs. It pulled steady traffic for months with zero maintenance. That's the kind of compound gain I mean. Here's the thing. Most search intent is impatient. People want a number, a comparison, or a one-page checklist. If you can give that result faster than a long guide, you win visibility and trust. And trust is the currency that turns traffic into repeat visits, links, and small income. Today I'll show you a compact approach. Mine real user questions, map each to a tiny interactive tool, and deploy it static first, so maintenance stays near zero. Stick with me and you'll get 3 practical frameworks, real examples you can ship in a day, and a 1-week sprint to validate your first micro tool. Quick test. If someone wants a number, give them a calculator. For example, monthly mortgage payment becomes a 1-field payment calculator. If they're weighing choices, like iPhone versus Android battery life, build a tight comparator. And if they're following steps, say moving checklist, give them the checklist they can print. Right? That simple framing keeps you focused. Now, how do you find the right questions to build against? Don't overcomplicate it. Use search suggests, people also ask, related searches, and niche forums. Watch for repeated phrasing or small variations. When 5 queries collapse into how many X for Y, you usually have a winner. Look for problems solvable with 1 or 2 inputs and a clear output. That keeps the UI trivial and the cognitive load low, which matters for conversions and for people who just want an answer and to move on. Let me paint a quick example. If you see steady queries like spacing for basil in raised beds or seedlings per square foot, that's a 1-field calculator.
Input bed size, pick plant type, output seedling count, and spacing tips, plus a tiny printable checklist. Short, useful, and very embeddable.
Now let's talk tech. Keep it minimal. Static hosting plus a small client-side app covers 90% of these tools. Think plain HTML, a bit of JavaScript, and a tiny JSON file or a Google Sheet as your data source. Host on a CDN-backed service, Netlify, Vercel, or S3 with CloudFront, and you get speed, cheap bandwidth, and almost no upkeep. If you need a paid export or to save a result, add a single serverless function for that action only. Don't spin up a full backend. Use third-party primitives where they clear friction. Stripe for a checkout, and embed for sharing. Zapier to capture leads into a sheet. Keep inputs non-sensitive to reduce support and legal overhead. Here's the kicker, the SEO and monetization loop. Treat each tool like a mini product. A clear title that matches the query, a concise H1, a short explanation for humans and search engines, and schema if it fits. Then give other sites an embed snippet so your tool spreads with attribution. Monetize lightly and intentionally. Keep the core tool free. Offer a paid export, CSV, PDF, or a formatted report for a small fee, or include tasteful affiliate links that genuinely add value. For context, if you get 5,000 organic visits a month and 1% export, a $3 CSV, that's $150 a month. Not massive, but meaningful for a solo builder, and it scales. Keep monetization optional and unobtrusive. If people feel nickel and dime for the single answer they search for, you lose trust, and rankings follow trust. Distribution matters. Share the embed code in a 1-line copy-paste snippet. Publishers, teachers, and niche curators will reuse it, and that usage turns into backlinks. Drop the tool into subreddits, Discord servers, and niche forums where the question lives, and ask for feedback. Quick sprint plan if you want to ship in a week. Day 1. Research and validate a single query with suggest and people also ask. Day 2. sketch UI, and define inputs and outputs. Day 3. Build an MVP static HTML and JS with a tiny JSON data file. Day 4. Deploy to a CDN and add meta tags and schema. Day 5. Add an embed snippet in the paid export option or affiliate line. Day 6. Share in 2 niche communities and watch metrics. Day 7. Iterate. Only add a serverless function if a clear need appears. What should you measure? Organic impressions and clicks, time on page, embeds copied, and conversion on optional paid actions. Good signals to double down on. Steady search clicks with low bounce, multiple sites embedding your widget, and a measurable percent opting into the paid export or email save. If those signals aren't there after 2 weeks, tweak title phrasing or simplify the UI. Small changes move the needle. Recap. Match question to format. Build static first, add serverless only when needed, and monetize lightly without breaking the tool. Let's connect the dots. These tiny tools are durable digital real estate. They don't need daily content churn. They earn trust. And when done right, they create steady, faceless income. Think about that for a moment. Then pick one recurring question and build the smallest thing that answers it. If this landed for you, subscribe for more systems and blueprints. Short, actionable episodes that help you build smarter businesses and quieter income. Well, that's enough to think about for today. Appreciate you spending a few minutes with me. I'll catch you in the next one.